How do you guys respond to that? How could the Israelites know these 32,000 girls were virgins? Yeah, but you killed their fathers. So before you kill their fathers, you're going to say, hey, by the way, is your daughter a virgin? Oh, thank you for telling me. Here, off with your head. No, that's not an answer. What cloth? The cloth that you leave is when you have sex to determine whether she's virginal by bleeding or not. So how do you determine they were virgins or not? So the Israelites have to go and physically touch them to determine whether they had been penetrated or not? Think about it, guys. Come on. And again, when I say use your brains, not to insult you. Think about it. It's right there in front of you. It's right before your eyes. Think about it. No, the girls could have lied, Dreamliner. Think about it again, guys. Come on. You're reading the text as if you're atheists. Who was talking to Moses? Who commanded Moses to spare the virgins? Are you telling me God doesn't know who the virgins were and couldn't single them out? Isn't Moses receiving revelation from God? So couldn't God tell him, here are the virgins, set them apart? I mean, come on, guys. Read the text and see that it is God speaking supernaturally through Moses. The same God who knows all things and sees all things is the same God who can tell him, here are the virgins, set them apart, and protect them as an act of grace and mercy. They didn't have to touch them physically. They didn't have to sleep with them to determine whether they were virgins or not. They had God there to reveal it to them. God is speaking to Moses in Numbers 31. It's right there. This supernatural God who knows everything is able to tell Moses who the virgins are so that they don't have to physically touch them to find
over. Which captive woman in her right mind would want to willfully sleep with her captor who has just murdered her family, her father, uncle, and relatives? Over. Which captive woman in her right mind would want to willfully sleep with her captor who has just murdered her family, her father, uncle, and relatives?
Numbers chapter 31, verses 15 through 18. Have you allowed all the women to live? He asked them. They were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and enticed the Israelites to be unfaithful to the Lord in the Perah incident, so that a plague struck the Lord's people. Now kill all the boys and kill every woman who has slept with a man, but save for yourselves every girl who has never slept with a man.
Deuteronomy 21 verses 10 to 14. When you go out to war against your enemies, and Yahweh your God gives them into your hand, and you take them captive, and you see among them captives a beautiful woman, and you desire to take her to be your wife, and you bring her home to your house, she shall shave her head and pare her nails, signs of mourning, mourning the loss of her loved one, mourning the loss of her loved one, mourning the loss of her loved ones. She shall take off the clothes in which she was captured, and she'll remain in your house and lament her father and her mother a full month. After that, you may go into her and be her husband. After that, you may go into her and be her husband. Over. Which captive woman in her right mind would want to willfully sleep with her captor who has just murdered her family, her father, uncle, and relatives?